you ever walked into your local supermarket and felt like everything's been moved overnight? The cereal aisle is suddenly where the chips used to be, the dairy section feels like it's playing hide and seek, and you're left wandering the aisles, basket in hand, wondering if you've stepped into an alternate dimension. You're not imagining things. Supermarkets do redesign their layouts frequently, sometimes as often as every month, and there's a lot more strategy behind those shifts than just keeping things fresh. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the hidden tactics supermarkets use to influence your shopping habits, from masking expiration dates to engineering impulse buys, all while claiming to reduce waste. Let's dive in. First, let's talk about the elephant in the room: expiration dates. Ever reached for a carton of milk or a loaf of bread, only to realize it expires tomorrow? That's no accident. Supermarkets are masters of inventory rotation, and their layout changes play a big role in hiding older products. Here's how it works. When stores restock shelves, employees are trained to place newer items behind the older ones. This first in, first out method ensures products nearing expiration get sold before they're wasted. But here's the catch. When supermarkets redesign layouts, they often reset entire sections, shuffling products to new spots. This chaos makes it harder for shoppers to spot expiration dates because you're too busy reorienting yourself to check every label. Another trick? Distraction. Stores will use bright signage, seasonal displays, or flashy promotions to draw your attention away from expiration dates. For example, a vibrant summer BBQ sale banner might be strategically placed near meat or dairy sections to keep you focused on deals rather than checking dates. Ever notice how the bakery section always smells like fresh bread, even late in the day? That's intentional. Warm lighting and artificial scents mask the fact that some items might be nearing their shelf life. But expiration dates aren't the only thing supermarkets want to hide. Let's talk about impulse buys. Layout redesigns are carefully engineered to manipulate your path through the store, maximizing the chances you'll grab items you never planned to buy. Think about the last time you went in for just 3 things and left with 10. That's not a coincidence, it's science. One common tactic is the grid layout. By arranging aisles in a maze-like pattern, supermarkets force you to walk past as many products as possible. Essential items like milk, eggs, and bread are often placed at the back of the store, so you have to navigate through a gauntlet of snacks, drinks, and seasonal goods to reach them. Along the way, you'll encounter end caps, those displays at the end of aisles. These prime real estate spots are reserved for high-margin or promotional items designed to catch your eye. Even if you resist the first end cap, the 10th one might wear you down. Then there's the power of product placement. Ever wonder why candy, magazines, and mini toys are lined up at checkout? It's because waiting in line makes you bored, impatient, and more likely to grab a treat, especially if you're shopping with kids. But impulse buys aren't just about checkout lanes. Supermarkets use eye-level marketing to push specific products. Brands pay big money to have their items placed at adult eye level, where they're most likely to be seen. Meanwhile, cheaper or store-brand alternatives are often tucked on higher or lower shelves. But here's where things get even sneakier. Frequent layout changes disrupt your muscle memory. If you're used to grabbing peanut butter from aisle 5, suddenly finding it in aisle 3 forces you to slow down, look around, and, you guessed it, spot other products you might toss into your cart. This treasure hunt effect keeps you engaged and spending longer. Now let's tackle the claim that frequent redesigns help reduce waste. Supermarkets often frame layout changes as a sustainability effort, saying they're optimizing space or improving inventory management. While there's some truth to this, better organization can prevent overstocking, the reality is more complicated. For starters, moving products around can actually increase waste. If shoppers can't find what they need quickly, they might abandon a perishable item in a random aisle, leaving it to spoil. Ever found a melted ice cream pint in the cereal section? That's a small example of how layout chaos can backfire. Additionally, constant resets require employees to pull products off shelves, rearrange them, and sometimes damage packaging in the process. Torn boxes or dented cans often get tossed, even if the product inside is still good. But supermarkets aren't entirely lying about waste reduction. Some layout changes are designed to sell products faster. For instance, placing soon-to-expire items in prominent displays with quick sale stickers can help clear inventory. However, these efforts are often secondary to the primary goal: boosting sales. A store might claim a redesign is eco-friendly while quietly expanding the snack aisle or adding more frozen food freezers, both of which have high profit margins. So why do supermarkets invest so much time and money into these monthly redesigns? The answer boils down to three things: psychology, profit, and competition. Let's break them down. Psychologically, humans are creatures of habit. We like routines. By shaking up the layout, supermarkets force us to engage with the store in a new way, breaking autopilot mode and making us more susceptible to marketing tricks. Ever notice how stores often place seasonal items at the entrance? That's to capitalize on the primacy effect, where the first things you see influence your entire shopping trip. If Halloween candy greets you in October, you're more likely to think, "Oh, I should grab some for the kids," even if it wasn't on your list. Profit-wise, every inch of a supermarket is mapped for maximum revenue. End caps, checkout lanes, and even the floor tiles are studied to guide your movement. Redesigns allow stores to test what works, like whether placing organic products near the entrance increases sales, and adapt quickly. If a new layout doesn't boost profits, they'll change it again next month. Finally, competition plays a role. If Store A down the street starts using a trendy farmer's market layout with wooden crates and rustic signs, Store B might copy it to avoid looking outdated. Supermarkets are in a constant arms race to appear fresher, cleaner, and more modern than their rivals, even if the changes are superficial. But what can you do as a shopper to avoid falling into these traps? Here are a few tips. First, make a list and stick to it. The more focused you are, the less likely you'll be swayed by flashy displays. Second, check expiration dates religiously, especially on dairy, meat, and baked goods. Don't assume newer items are at the front. Dig deeper. Third, shop the perimeter first. Fresh produce, meats, and dairy are usually along the outer walls, while processed foods dominate the center aisles. By filling your cart with healthier staples first, you'll have less room and temptation for impulse buys. And here's a pro tip: beware of limbo zones. These are areas between sections where supermarkets place random items, like protein bars near the pharmacy or chocolate near the coffee. These spots are designed to catch you in moments of indecision. Stay vigilant. At the end of the day, supermarkets are businesses, not your friendly neighborhood grocers. Their goal is to make money, and every layout change is a calculated move to get you to spend more. But by understanding their tactics, you can outsmart the system, save money, and make healthier choices. So the next time you're pushing your cart through a freshly rearranged store, take a moment to look around. Notice the signage, the placement of products, and the subtle cues designed to guide your hand toward your wallet. With a little awareness, you can navigate the maze like a pro. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden worlds of everyday spaces. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.